Hi, I'm Holly. I'm 26 years old. And I live in Austin, Texas, and this is the financial audit.
Busy? You had extra time.
Yeah, I guess whenever you're
What are you out there raging on 6th Street 7 days a week?
Oh God, no.
Okay, then you're fine.
When I first moved here, but not anymore.
Yeah, you were probably fine then.
Yeah.
Unless the other 5 to 7 hours, whatever it was, we determined you were at a restaurant, which wouldn't surprise me.
I mean, yeah, I was in some of that time I was doing like free things, but free time things.
So filing your taxes, how much do you owe?
I have no idea.
How much did you owe before penalties?
I owed $1,000 to Connecticut and no money to Texas.
You could have done $1,000 at that job. So $1,000 is all you back owed?
Yeah.
You are a literal child.
That's why I applied for the extension, because at that very moment I didn't have the $1,000 to pay. So I was like, okay, let me file for the extension. I'll be able to save up for the $1,000.
Stop hitting the damn table.
Sorry.
It's okay.
I was like, okay, I'll be able to save up for the $1,000, and then it just, I guess, fell off. I wasn't responsible enough to make sure that I completed it by the deadline.
Mm-hmm.
And then I rolled into last year, and I got
probably owe like
more
$1,200
freaked out.
or something.
Oh, is that it?
Probably. I don't know.
I thought that it was gonna be crazy. And then I read on the internet that they'll put you in jail for the 3rd year. So I was like, freak. But my mom knows a tax guy who knows Texas. So.
Okay. I mean, the IRS would much rather get their money than put someone in jail. Trust me. They're actually quite chill if you work with them.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I got like really stressed out. So I was like, okay, Mom, we have to deal with this when I come home.
You're 26. Why are we still relying on mommy to help pay taxes?
Just to make sure that like I'm doing everything right, and she knows a tax guy, so he's gonna like help me to make sure.
Well, I'm okay with that connection part, but literally here you could have found a CPA that would have spent like 5 minutes on this probably.
Yeah, but they cost money, right?
They do, but again, it wouldn't have been a lot.
Lowered rate.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Discover. We have a Discover card.
Yes, I do have a Discover card.
Oh my kids. Oh.
Yeah. So it's.
Who do I have to punch right now? This is crazy. It's over maxed out.
It's over maxed out.
It's over maxed out.
It's been over maxed out for a while.
What's a while? And why?
At least 3 months.
For sake, why?
Because I keep putting large amounts on it, but
why?
the interest keeps hitting and taking it over.
So don't put large amounts on it then.
What do you mean? Don't I have to
pay?
you
mean payments?
Yes, yeah.
No.
I'm not spending on it.
No. If you were below the limit and you're just even putting just the minimum monthly payments to it, the interest, the way the math works is you would still make progress, even if it's like $5 of progress. It wouldn't have put you over. You had to have spent on this, or you didn't pay towards it, and then fees happen, and fees will push you over. But there is no way you were making the payment and you went over. There is no way. No way.
I definitely.
No, there is not.
Payment. I think what.
Not on this card. This isn't one of those cards that gets you fees on a monthly basis. Yeah. There is no way unless you were already over.
It maxed out while I was unemployed, so I've been paying like large amounts to try.
Okay,
to get it
there you go. If it was already maxed out, that's different.
Yeah, it maxed out while I was unemployed, so I've been putting like $300, $400 towards it, and then at the end of the month, the interest hits, and I'm still over.
Well, the interest is 119, but the minimum is 140. So again, it's
right,
still.
But I'm putting $300, $400
or 200,
towards
200,
it, so, like,
200. Interest this year so far, it's at a 25.24% interest rate, which for most credit cards on this show isn't actually the worst. It's usually like 5% more. Yeah, interest this year so far, $1,000 is allowing yourself to get. Why is this maxed out to begin with?
Because I was unemployed, so I was putting like utilities and like groceries and things on it while I was unemployed.
You were unemployed for 3 months. Mm-hmm. Plus you had $5,000. I'm confused. Your spending must not have stopped.
Well, I also I had the $1,500 rent at the time, so
yes,
even with
I know, but even with that,
so that doesn't cover all the months.
No, I get that, but that wouldn't lead to this max out.
I paid to get out of my rent.
Oh, to break? How much was that?
That was the entirety of the rent, so that was $1,500, and then I had to pay for movers because I have medical problems. I can't move.
You don't have friends?
Any of my stuff? No, I didn't have anybody that could help me. He would rather pay for it than to do it.
How much did you pay for movers? You can't afford to pay for movers.
It was like $1,000.
What's your medical issues?
I have a herniated disc and a few other things.
Okay.
So I have issues with like I can't carry weights and you know, walking and standing. So I was in a wheelchair for most of like for a good portion of like last year. Yeah.
That's
so
wild.
So I'm
glad you're not.
Part of why I'm struggling is because like I used to work food industry, right? So like I would just get a bartending job and pay all this off. Like that's what I would do, except for the fact that like once a month for like 3 days, I cannot get out of bed because I can't walk. And then on top of that, it's whenever my back flares up. I don't really have a choice on when it does stuff. I do my best to make sure that it doesn't, but it's about once a month.
We could do some remote customer service jobs after hours though.
Okay. I mean, I've looked into things around town, right? Like Planet K and just things that would be more chill and that would maybe be more willing with my issues. And I just like, they don't want somebody that can work the hours that I can work because I work 9 to 6 at my current job. So
yeah, you might
the
have to
like shifts.
See if you can get like a call center job, something like that.
Okay. I mean, I would be open to that.
It's not going to be great pay, but it's just extra.
Yeah.
And if your concern is to actually pay down the debt, how much do you rely on your brother?
Not anymore. I haven't
at all
taken,
for anything.
Yeah, haven't taken any money for him since June.
But he got you the car.
It's his car. He owns the car. He
and you drive it when you need.
He takes public transportation to work.
And then driving. You. Okay.
It makes him like it makes.
Well,
him
that's
so
fine.
Angry, so it's just better for him to not drive.
I mean, that's okay. I'm just.
When I'm done with
without your brother, I don't know what you'd be doing in life.
Oh, I would be living in Connecticut. That's why he didn't want me to have to move home. So, but he also didn't want me to move into his place.
What are we affirming? We have a firm.
Yes.
Swish Dental.
Yes. So that is my retainers. I clench my teeth so hard I break them sometimes. So I have a very fancy. I have very fancy retainers, top and bottom. But I mean, like. My brother does still pay for like going out things whenever we go out, but that's because he wants to do things. So that's how he is planning on setting up a bank account and putting me as like a person on it solely for entertainment. You're not a child. So because I know of all the things that are going on around town. So he would rather me just buy the tickets so he doesn't have to go through it and then just be like, hey, we're going to this.
This is so weird.
Like, he's a dink. Like he has so much spending money. Which
is great. Maybe he should spend it. I don't know. It's weird.
If he wants to spend it on doing things, and they both work remotely, so they don't have. Well, I'm chill with it. It's just
the account thing's a bit weird. Where he's gonna give you a fun account like your
no.
Sugar
it's
daddy?
Not for me. No, it's for events that we are going to together. Like if we're going home,
hitting the table.
If we're going home, I'll buy the tickets and it'll be through that account. So then I'll just send him the itinerary. He doesn't have to worry about it, type of thing.
If you saw your high yield savings rate drop down, you need to keep listening. The Fed just started cutting rates with more expected to be on the way, potentially even dropping all the way back to 0. Even I got a notice from my bank about the cut. So if you see your savings rate already shrinking, it's time to take action. You can lock in today's rates with US government bonds for 1, 2, or even 10 years. Right now, a 1-year treasury is at 4.2% and a 10-year is at 4.1%. And the best part, once you buy, your rate is locked in, even if the Fed cuts rates to 0. For those like me who prefer a bit of peace of mind, US government bonds are risk-free because of their ability to print money to pay you back. That's where today's sponsor, Silo Markets, comes in. Silo is like Robinhood, but for bonds. You can lock in those sweet 4 to 4.5% rates right now, and all assets are protected by $500,000 in SIPC insurance and up to $2.5 million in FDIC insurance. So don't wait. The Fed's next rate cut decision is November 7th, and there's a good chance they'll cut it again. Check out Silo Markets using the link in the description below, and you'll get a 1% bonus on your deposit. That means a 4.2 treasury becomes over 5%. Take advantage of this last opportunity to lock in over 5% rates only with Silo at the link in the description below. Now let's jump back into the episode. So you're still a personal assistant.
Yeah, essentially.
Okay. So you owe $211 on the Swish Dental. Mm-hmm. It's a 23.14% interest rate, so it may as well be a credit card.
Yes.
What's the minimum?
It's 78 or something like that. It's like $80.
It was $750, so we're almost done with the yearly.
Mm-hmm. It'll be paid off in January. That's when the last payment is. I deferred it one time.
Why?
Because I didn't have the money because of the unemployment. But
not having an emergency fund is an emergency. Why would you try to get fired before having an emergency fund?
I couldn't stay there. If I could stay any longer, I would have. I wouldn't have like ended up in this situation, but I could not stay there anymore.
And you can't tell me?
Okay. Yeah, I have too many NDAs and things, but
okay. Oh, for
it's off camera, but
wow. So these federal student loans?
Yes, I believe so.
So more student loans.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that 15,000 is the other Discover one.
Well, these interest rates are lower, but we still just have so much. So student. What? These are income sensitive.
Yeah, so they're subsidized and unsubsidized, and then I also took the Perkins loan.
Oh wait. Oh yeah, you're not making any payments because of the income. You know what that's done to them though?
Oh yeah, the interest is probably insane. I'm sure.
Well, even though the interest rate's actually low at 2.74, they've gone from $15,000 to $17,161 because you're just doing nothing. And the thing is, it's being challenged in court, so this kind of status could be thrown out. Who knows? Or a different administration comes in, and let's say the person overseeing the Department of Education is just like, you know what, that we're not doing these kind of loans anymore. All of a sudden, you owe more. That's just, and they're not bankruptable. It's just so. You're just putting yourself in a riskier situation, and you don't necessarily make bad money as the thing either.
Yeah.
So you're just allowing yourself to get for no reason.
I am putting it towards the.
It would be like $175 is what your payment would have been. We could have done that for the traditional 10-year payoff.
I mean, I think I would love to start paying on them. I'm just putting more of it into the private just because of my cosigner.
No, you're not. You lowered your. Who's your cosigner?
It's my mom's husband.
You stepdad? Okay, so you what? You huh?
We don't call him that because
Sure.
my sister has her dad is technically we call him the stepdad. Her husband came in when I was like 17.
Oh gosh, there's 3 of them.
Yeah.
Okay, 200. But you lowered your student loan payment on the private side, so what you're saying is incorrect.
I did, but because I lost my job, so I.
So what you're saying is incorrect though, because you've had your job now for a bit.
I'm